Can you really have more than $5 million of SBA financing? And I'm not talking about the SBA 504 green. I was recently on a SBA broker roundtable, and we had a really seasoned lender. He's a preferred lender for the SBA program. It's a non-bank lender, PLP, and we were talking about affiliation. And he actually routinely structures deals where these business owners actually have more than $5 million of aggregate with 7A. And so how do you do that? So if you're really strategic on how you set up the ownership structure, right? Affiliation talks about having an affiliated business, right? You can only have $5 million of aggregate of SBA financing, right? But ways to avoid the affiliation when somebody owns less than 49% of the business. So oftentimes you'll see multiple owners be very strategic on, let's just say it's a gas station. They're going to creatively structure who owns percentage-wise of each business. So yes, you can have more than $5 million of aggregate in different, it has to be different entities with no affiliation. So if you can technically structure these, then it's quite possible to have lots of SBA financing. But you couldn't obviously have controlling interest of 100%. That's not going to work. But if you have different business partners and so forth, even if you're a guarantor of more than $5 million, if it's structured correctly, you can have more than $5 million aggregate. And I heard about this years ago and never really found anybody that could give me concrete evidence. And the gentleman that we met with on the SBA broker roundtable, he routinely closes this way. Now, he's extremely savvy in SBA, but when they pull the case file number, the E-Trans number from SBA, they have no problem. They close these deals, and he's read through the SOP, the affiliation rules. So the answer is it's a little bit more complicated just on all the rules. Sometimes you'll see family members, spouse, relative can own a separate business without triggering affiliation. So there are ways of navigating where you're within the SOP, the guidelines to have more than $5 million technically. Now you're not going to be 100% owner. So there's a lot of things you can do with SBA financing. The bottom line, I knew this was true, but I never really found a lender that was closing and routinely closes deals where there's a guarantor that has more than $5 million of SBA financing. So if it's different companies with no affiliations, the answer is yes, you can. There's ways of structuring deals that would pass the test and can be funded. So that's great news. Now, hopefully, they just raised the SBA loan limit up to $10 million. And I'm thinking within the next 2 years, we're going to see movement unless we have a really, really bad recession. I think we're going to see movement to either $7.5 or $10 million. The $5 million aggregate SBA financing has been around since 2010. So it's about time that changes. So anyways, hope you found this interesting. I just like to dive into things because one lender will tell you one thing, one lender will tell you another thing. National Association of Government Guaranteed Lenders, which is a trade association for SBA, they'll come out with something. The same thing with, can you actually structure CPACE financing it with SBA 7A? And the answer is yes, they're getting done. Most people don't know how to structure them, nor will they do the deal. But there are banks and non-bank SBA lenders that will do CPACE in the capital stack. The moral of the story is SBA is a little bit complicated. It's really straightforward, but there are some caveats like the affiliation rules. But if you get with the right lender, you can navigate these waters. So anyways, if you have an SBA loan question, just go to bookwithbeau.com or just watch the 1,000 videos I have on this channel. See you soon. Hi guys, Beau here, and I'm with baby Beau. Baby Beau is just a little over 4 months. He's my first child, my wife and I. So if you want to create legacy for your family, I highly suggest you go to our Business Ownership Summit. You can find all the events we're doing. Primarily, they're all free. You can go to beaueckstein.com/events. And I hope to see you at one of our events where we teach business ownership, how to leverage SBA financing, tax strategies. I'm not a CPA and an attorney, but we bring CPAs on. You're going to learn why everyone should own a small business. So I hope you attend. Go to beaueckstein.com/events. I'll see you at the next one. Hey guys, Beau here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years, and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.